Welcome back to another episode of Seen Red. The holidays have been hectic, whole heap of games play. So what we're going to do is just wrap up everything that happened over the holidays. The top 6 has separated themselves for the rest of the pack. So I think what we're going to do is just talk about all of those top 6 teams, go through what the results were.
Yeah.
And just have a feel of what we think is coming up.
And because the results were so packed together, that tied into why we saw what the team looks like now.
Yeah, man. Whole heap of EPL games, FA Cup games.
Yeah, well, one round of FA Cup games, but that was sandwiched in at a crucial point in the season.
With some big teams also playing League Cup games.
Yeah.
So, hectic schedule.
Well, it depends on what you label a big team still.
Well, because you knock out it, you don't consider it a big cup anymore.
Yeah, it's not. It was never a big cup. Anyway.
Let's
Yeah.
start with Spurs.
Now, Spurs had 3 wins on the trot. They beat Southampton 4-1 and they followed up with a 4-1 win over Watford. And then they beat Chelsea 2-0, the first win of the new year for Spurs over Chelsea 2-0. Now, what stands out to me right there is a 2-0 win over Chelsea because 2 seasons back, or was it 3 seasons back, the start of the 2015 calendar year, they beat Chelsea by 5-3. Yeah. And that was a game that completely turned Chelsea's season around when Jose was playing good football, and when they lost there, they started to get more pragmatic. I'm wondering now if we're going to be seeing Chelsea slowing down a bit.
Well, before we get into Chelsea, because we're going to discuss their games fully, and I know that there's an intersection with the Spurs and the Chelsea match. Right. But what I wanted to actually look on is the scoring talent that we're seeing at Spurs. Now, what Spurs is doing now is, in honesty, sometimes I don't know if I want to believe Spurs. Spurs, Spurs come in like Spurs look like that girl that you talk to on the phone all the time and she seem great. Yeah. And you go on a one date with her and she's nice. And then you introduce her to the parents. Yeah. And it's just madness.
Yeah.
And all of the things that you expect from her happen. This is what Spurs does to us. Spurs plays the role well and then at some point they fall off. But this coach and this squad seems to understand each other. And Harry Kane, what a striker. I mean, it's funny because Harry Kane doesn't look like a great striker. He doesn't play with the type of quality that you think a star striker should have. But he scores goals. That's his job description and he gets them. What I would say is any striker that plays very well on his first or second touch will always score a lot of goals. And that has been the case with Harry Kane. A few good 1-touch or 2-touch goals in his last outing in some of these games. Dele Alli also, good player. Now, you had said in a previous episode that Spurs defense is one of their best.
Yeah, I actually think Spurs has the best defense in the entire league. Okay. And they've had it for like about 3 seasons now. They've been very consistent defense-wise.
Standout players?
Well, you have to look at someone like Vertonghen, really.
All right, but he seems to be inconsistent injury-wise.
Yeah.
So I would also give some props to Toby, Alderweireld, how I'm saying. Yeah. Toby. And
Danny Rose has looked good this season as well.
I would even say Danny Rose and Kyle Walker competing for best fullback pairing. I think Everton's Coleman and Baines is close, but Danny Rose and Kyle Walker, they're getting assists, they're getting goals, and they can tackle well.
That's true. And they're going forward really well as well and supporting Harry Kane and Son because Tottenham has some issues with width, and when they excel and gel well and go forward, we see a lot of goals coming from Tottenham.
I think we're going to come down to for Spurs to really take it to that next level is how well they deal with that central midfield situation, which not situation in a bad way, but I feel like Pochettino has not decided if he wants Ali, Dembele, Wanyama. Sometimes he moves there in the defensive midfield. Yeah. You have Eriksen. Is he a winger? Is he an attacking midfielder? This is a dilemma, or this is a situation I think he needs to really sort out. I think when he does that, Spurs will make a proper top 4 title push. Maybe it's here they qualify above us now. Maybe we don't know.
Nah, I don't think so.
You think Tottenham Days is
always every season. I don't really fancy them this season. No.
All right, let's step into Chelsea now. The league leaders.
No, they had a 3-0 win over Bournemouth and a 4-2 win over Stoke. But as we said, they lost 2-0 to Chelsea. Thoughts on that?
No, wait. Chelsea lost 2-0 to Spurs.
Right.
And my thoughts on that is, personally, as much as Chelsea's defense has been great and getting a lot of clean sheets, I actually think that they don't do so well when they have to man mark. When there is a danger man inside, I think it's going to be a problem. I think Manchester United is going to give them a hard time because when they played them the first time, they didn't really gel the way they're gelling now. I thought when they played Stoke, even though they won 4-2, those 2 goals, breaking that clean sheet run that they were going on, it shows because Peter Crouch, though not in his prime or whatever his prime was, right? He was a target man.
Right.
He's tall, he's hard to mark, and people forget that as much as they praise the defense, some of these defenders they have are pretty clumsy. David Luiz is a pretty clumsy guy when he's ready. Gary Cahill is a very clumsy defender when he's ready.
Now, what do you think about Conte and how he's managing the side right now?
I think Conte is one of the best players in the league.
No, Conte, the coach.
Oh, Conte. Well, hear what though? Put both of those together.
Yeah.
I think Conte gets his props for trying something new and it working.
Yeah.
But I also think Conte is the one that is managing the midfield. I think take him out, shambles.
Yeah.
Look at Leicester City. Cannot manage because
the physicality is gone and the vision and the spreading of passes.
All of the top teams right now, the central midfielder that is controlling the teams are underrated. I think Xhaka or Coquelin, when they're playing well, is underrated. I think Henderson is underrated. I think Wanyama is underrated. I think that's why City, I think, is struggling because they don't have that Fernandinho is not that person.
Yeah.
So Conte is proving not only to be a top talent, but one of the most important players for them.
Now, Man United, they had 3 wins over the Christmas as well. They had a 3-1 win over Sunderland, and that game was particularly significant because Henry Mkhitaryan's scorpion kick goal. I thought it was offside. It was offside.
It was offside.
Yeah.
We have confirmed.
But it was a good finish though.
Yeah, it takes a lot of technique to score that.
They had a 2-1 win over Borough and a 2-0 win over West Ham.
Now, what I think is important to look on with United, you're asking me what I think about those results. I think some of those games they didn't even play well. But to play bad and win is a very good thing. It means that when they do play well, and now when I say play well, I also mean to what I think the talent on the team is able to do. Now, Jose still seems to be tinkering with styles and plans, but I think that connection between Zlatan and Pogba works. Now, if Zlatan gets injured, I think it's going to be very hard on Manchester United. Not because they don't have any depth at all, but the players they would have to depend on haven't been getting the game that they would need. Rooney has not been on the field a lot. Rashford has not been on the field a lot. If Zlatan is hurt, can these guys replace the goals that Zlatan is providing? I don't think so.
One thing we have to make note of is Juan Mata. Juan Mata had a big presence during the winter.
Yeah, definitely. He's talented. What do you think about Juan Mata being used as a utility man all over the place? I don't like it. But
I don't like it either. Mata should be one of your main players, but he's doing the role really well because he plays a variety of roles across the midfield in attack, whether wide on the left, wide on the right, and in center. But I think he should be the man with that you pair Pogba with in attacking midfield.
I think so as well. I think the reason why they might be afraid to that is that I don't think he wants to crowd the attacking midfield and then leave the defensive midfield open.
And of course, if you're going to integrate Mata, you're gonna have an issue with, do you play Mata, Mkhitaryan, Pogba? Do you play Mata, Pogba, and Martial? And someone gets left out.
And I think the thing about it is that he probably is struggling between choosing Mkhitaryan and Mata rather than Martial, because I think Martial seems to be comfortable on the left wing.
Yeah,
he plays it for France. He has played it last season. I don't think he wants.
And of course, when you have Martial there, he can also go forward and overlap and perhaps play a center forward role if needs be. You don't need to make a waste a substitution there. If anything,
that's true.
Change the shape of the team.
But all in all, I think, in comparison to the start of the season, United, as are most of the top 6 teams, playing better football.
Let me point out though, Europe is not on right now. Europe is not on. What happens when the Europa League starts back? Where's Jano? I was looking for Jano to say something, but he's gone.
Pierce not here, Jano not here. Jano.
Anyway, but we have to talk about City as well. City had 3 wins. Well, City had 2 wins out of 3 on the track. They had a 3-0 win over Hull. They lost to your side 1-0.
All that pep.
And they had a 2-0 win over Burnley.
Let me tell you what is happening to City. I think actually City is very poised to do great in 2018 and 2019.
Yeah.
The players that they have gotten are not immediate impact players. And what I do think is that Pep is trying to use his tactics from La Liga and from Bundesliga in EPL, and it cannot work. It just cannot work.
And City still lack some leadership and they lack something in defense. I still think this January they should go out and sign a commanding defender.
I think rather than a defender, well, yes, they need a defender.
But they need a leader as well.
They need a leader. There's no, and it should be Yaya, you know. All things said,
Our company.
But company don't make properly. Company need to go back a factory.
No, but that's what I am saying.
Company need to go. Company need to just make over there. Like,
what I say? Where you have company. Company is supposed to be a commanding centre back, and he's supposed to be the captain of the team. He's not pulling either roles right now. He's not pulling his weight in either role.
We're talking about complete human beings right now. Company is half a human right now, right? Unless company want to coach. Right now, but they need a leader on the pitch.
That is what I am saying. You need somebody that can do what he's not doing.
Fine, both ways. John Stones is such a disappointment right now.
Yeah.
And I think he has some potential, but some of his mistakes
He was putting the limelight a bit too early. That's the thing.
And then the price tag on him, not working. But until City finds a leader, I think Gundogan could have been that, injured. Yaya should be that, mental or whatever issues he's having. And they just need to get that, as we said, the defensive midfielder that can control. Like, look at even Ander Herrera.
Yeah.
He seems to be, as young as he is, he seems to be controlling Manchester United's team. But with that said, the results, some good wins against Hull, good wins against Burnley. But when they're up against the big teams, they don't have what is necessary.
Lacking leadership.
They're lacking leadership. All right.
Your team.
My team? No problem. Now, Liverpool is, in all honesty, very inconsistent right now. Now, I think one of the reasons that we're inconsistent is because I think Klopp has too many excuses. Klopp came in at October last year?
Yeah.
Nothing should be surprising him right now.
Right.
You understand? I remember last year when he was in the semi-finals for the League Cup, when we won the first game, he said he didn't know there was a next game. So he was playing really hard and put out a really big team thinking this was it. You know there's 2 games now. You're in the semi-finals again. You know Christmas is hectic. Buy accordingly then. I remember when we loaned out Markovic, he said if we were still in Europe, then he would have kept Markovic. But now that Christmas is coming around, he says we don't have a natural winger. But you loan out Markovic.
Yeah.
Klein injured, we don't have a replacement right back, but you loan out Wisdom. No, Wisdom is not no great star. Markovic isn't a great player. But these are options. These are guys who
Klopp is overthinking it.
That might be the case.
And you remember the last time you had a manager that overthought things? Rafa Benitez.
Oh, that nanny goat. I can't stand it. Yo, I hate Rafa Benitez. You see what I mean?
Rafat Benitez.
Yo. And come to the press conference and chat about the opposite. Just, focus on your team.
Just coach and stop trying so hard to show that you're this new age type of manager.
Simple as that. Stoke game, we got goals, that was good. You know
4-1.
Yeah. City game, he went very defensive. Mind you, we win the game, it worked. Yeah. I never liked the lineup. When you mold your team for a team, you're showing that you're respecting them too much.
Yeah. You force them to play your game.
Yeah.
No, you drew 2-2 with Southampton.
Not Southampton, Sunderland.
You drew 2-2 with Southampton. No, you drew 2-2 with Sunderland.
Yeah. No, that was a shaky game for us because we had it in the bag. No, I think we played better than Sunderland. But the penalties, our fault, real penalties. But it shows the issues we're having defensively.
Yeah.
And what I think we can do better, first of all, is a mentality. Anytime we play away and the crowd is pushing their team, Klopp seems to get kind of nervous, and he doesn't make.
And it's strange because of where he's coming from. Dortmund, with one of the best fan bases in Europe, the noisiest fan bases.
But that is when it's his home team. You understand? I think he does well when Liverpool starts to push the team. You understand? So what I think we need to look at now is how do we respond when the opposition is going against us. You understand? Look at the Bournemouth match. That's when we lost. You understand? Burnley match, away game, that's when we lost. The Sunderland was an away game. Draw 2-2. Had the what's it named there? The League Cup match against Southampton, lose. That goddamn boom jersey in my head. I hate the yellow jersey, you see my head. I don't even know what color it is. Some type of shocking EDM
neon yellow.
Neon bullshit, dog.
LSD trip yellow.
What reason we have to wear it? Listen, red jersey or the black jersey. The only time the yellow jersey must wear is when we're playing a team that is red and black.
We should outlaw black and yellow and orange and pink in football. Black, yellow, orange, pink.
No, black can work. Black can work.
No, but them always pairing the black with some neon colors these days.
I don't mind. I just want that boom jersey.
And aqua too. Aqua is
maybe because it's close to Dortmund, and maybe him feel like it's a Dortmund team. Anyway, enough about Liverpool. Klopp, make better decisions. Just have confidence in your players and go for the throat, go for the gut. Just go for win, dog. That's all I want from the side. Go for win. Stop trying hold off and just go for win. That's all I want.
No, Arsenal. We had we didn't lose over the Christmas period, but we had 2 games where we could have won by more, and then we dropped points. But let's get into the first one. We struggled to beat West Brom 1-0. We had chance after chance after chance, and we just couldn't find it until Olivier Giroud came on and got the goal for us very late in the game.
Make that man a statue, man.
Yeah, because he's come up big during this holiday period.
The man, were you one of those that had an issue with him, or just saying he shouldn't be the only top?
Yeah, that's it. I was saying that he's a good player, but he's not the man that he's not the face of the attack.
Dog, right now the man is your savior, dog.
Yeah, that's true. But
the West Brom game is him score the winner.
Yeah.
In 80-something minutes.
Yeah. And then in the other game,
2 assists and a goal.
Right, and then the Scorpion goal against Crystal Palace.
That was against Palace?
No, do you think that goal was better than Mkhitaryan's? I think it was.
I don't think it matters.
Well, it matters to me.
But I will say that I feel like Mkhitaryan's goal seemed like it had more purpose. Like it was meant to happen like that. Giroud's seemed a little bit more like, let me just try get the ball.
What I rate about Giroud.
Hold on. But I do think Giroud's one is a little bit harder.
Much harder.
Right.
For one, Giroud was running from half line, and Giroud is not a fast player. You should see Giroud sprinting on the field to try to get that ball.
Right now,
then he had to shake off 2 defenders, and where he's coming from is further from the goal. He had to put it over the keeper and under the bar.
I mean, if I'd given an edge, I'd given it to Giroud, but it's like by...
I don't think so. I think it was clearly better.
I don't think it's that clear. I think it's just 2 buck-ups going.
But overall, though, Arsenal was struggling throughout the November period, and we came in December, and we started getting the wins we wanted, but they weren't that convincing. But I have no problem with that. Sometimes you have to win ugly when you have so many games coming through.
Yeah.
And given that Arsenal, in the past, would have dropped more points, we had lost somewhere along the line because we don't have a deep squad. That's in the past now. We had a lot of injuries, but what I was telling you since the start of the season, this is a different Arsenal, a deeper Arsenal squad that can be rotated. And what's important to note as well about the rotation, everyone is in form. There's no player that's coming off the bench and you can see that boy in 5 games short of match fitness. Everyone looks key right now. Big praises to Alex Iwobi too, because he's a player that's been getting goals, and when he's not getting goals, Ox has been doing well as well. But Iwobi has been contributing with the goals, and Iwobi is a player that Arsene Wenger wanted Gnabry to be, but he just couldn't get Gnabry there. Iwobi put him over the top. Did you know he's JJ Okocha's nephew, Alex Iwobi?
No.
And it shows. Something that running the family, the talent and the technique.
Here's the one thing I would say about Arsenal. And I see what you're saying, that at the end of the day, still, you guys are in 4th, right? Still top 4, still in the running, not far points behind. I mean, it's going to be hard to catch Chelsea, but what I will say
just
is
8 points off right now.
The thing about these results that people will say and why people will still be like, same old Arsenal, is that the players just don't look like them fighting. Even Ozil.
Yes, and
Ozil
that is what. Remember
like
the last episode you were saying that Wenger should be motivating them, and I think it's the players need to motivate themselves, because when you have such a star-studded squad,
50-50.
It's a star-studded squad. I would say probably 60-40.
Because at the end of the day, Wenger can't go up on the field. I mean,
that's exactly my point.
I still give him blame, you know. Wenger can't go up on the field. Yeah, at the end of the day, he can't go up on the field. But, yo, as a coach, sometimes he can see shit and be like, yo, sit down. You see me? So Ozil, yeah, one of your best passers. But if Ozil walk on your field, dog,
anytime Ozil have a good game, will drop points still. I noticed that since last season.
And his impact is obvious. So then what you have to do is start sit down the man.
We can't do that
with a tactic
because there's Alex Iwobi.
We don't need you for play. Just like how a side will win a game without Costa. Costa go him have a one match ban or whatever, and the man them win a game without him. That's so the man have to deal with Ozil. And Wenger just not going to be that coach. And the thing is, going come.
But the thing why Wenger is a bit cautious with Ozil, because of the contract issue. You don't want to make him unhappy and then make him look elsewhere.
Alright, true.
But we have Alex Iwobi who can play that role, and he likes playing that role more than he likes playing on the wing.
True. Well, to wrap up what I say about Arsenal there, to kind of just end on the holiday note, is, as we say, coming through the gate, technically everybody survived. Technically.
Yeah.
You understand? Like the gap between, I think the gap between 7th and 6th might be bigger
than the gap between 2nd and 1st.
No, than the gap between 4th and 1st. You understand?
Yeah.
So that gap between one group, it kind of shows that the top is standing out. And I think what we got is a good set of games over the holiday and the upcoming weeks. Wait to see some good football. The EPL again, I think, is showing not just to be one of the most competitive leagues, but one of the most interesting and exciting leagues, based on the fact that top talent is here. You don't know who's going to win.
Yeah.
And anything can happen on any day. And I think that's what really makes the EPL stand out. It might not be as flashy as La Liga. It might not have some of the big guns like Bayern Munich has, but the league is shaping up nicely, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yes. And that's it for this show.
Well, that was a holiday wrap up for Scene Red. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget,
like and subscribe, and put some comments. Tell me if we're talking foolishness.
Tell me how much foolish is him talking, because we know him not sense. You understand? So let's get big. Throw you under the bus, dog.
Yeah.
Under Jose's bus.
Enjoy yourself now, because Liverpool Sue just plummet down the table.
Nope. Going for it, baby.
Sue slip away again.
Scene Red. Lock off that.